Hey everyone, in this video we are going to talk about gradients. Gradients have been in trend in the past, and then the flat design concept came and gradients were out of the trend, but now they are back and back with full strength. In this video we are going to talk about 6 ways you can use gradients in your design to make it look better and make it look modern and outstanding. So let's explore these 6 ways right now. So here is the first and the important thing that where you can use gradients. You can use gradients in your buttons. These little elements in your UI sometimes are most important to your screen, and if you give a CTA button a good looking gradient, it can pop subtly and convey your message way better and help improve in the conversion rate. If you see here, for example, in this example the buttons are using gradients, and if we just duplicate this layer and let's see if we just remove the gradients and how they will look. So I just removed the gradients from these, and let's see the difference. So just notice the difference. In this one it looks the main call to actions look boring, while over here in this screen they look way more they look attractive, and they look they are compelling user to click on them. So it's a very important use of the gradients. If you use it properly, it can help improve your design a lot. Then the second thing here is you can use gradients in the background. Go ahead and get a bit risky and try expanded gradients in the white background, and you could get surprised how they work perfectly for simple sites but also for large landing pages. Keep them subtle and attached with your brand. Don't just go wild with the colors. Keep them attached with your brand itself, but they can you can be surprised to see how great they look if they are used properly in the background. One important tip is normally when we try to apply the gradient, let me just duplicate this layer to show you the concept. So normally when we try to apply the gradient, it's just a flat like linear gradient. Let me just make it 100%. So something like that. It starts from the top and ends at the bottom. So it's a vertical gradient basically. So this is a little bit flat, and it doesn't make looks really nice, but a little extra step like making it diagonal can really help you pop up the design. Like if you see here, now it looks way better than just the standard vertical gradient. So this is also an important tip to keep in mind while you are creating the gradients. The next tip is basically using the gradients in the cards. When you are designing a dashboard, sometime you are using a lot of cards, and you need to have any card. You need to give importance to a card. You need to draw attention of the user to one specific card. So one great way to do that is apply the gradient in the background for the card, and it will pop up from the other cards, and it will grab the attention of the user. And just make sure that you are using gradients in the cards once, like not in the all of the cards, because in that way the design will be a mess. So try to keep it simple and only use it once, but it can make your design amazing. You can also use the gradients in the in the hover state as well, and it can help design your hover states make look amazing as well. So this is an example for using the gradients in the cards. The next is a little bit tricky here. So you can just create catchy text in the landing pages. If you see, gradient could look amazing in high sized text and strong headlines. Make sure to keep them short and play with the contrast. A soft touch can make all the difference. So just try to use it in a few places, maybe one or two. Don't just go wild with applying the gradients on the text on everywhere. Just try to use them in the main headings instead. So this can make a lot difference here as well. So the next one is very important. You can use the gradients as an overlay. sometime client provides us the images that are not working very well with the color palette. So what we can do here is we can use the gradient from the color palette and use it an overlay, and just reduce the opacity a bit, and the images will look native to the design, no matter from which color they consist of, but they can look amazing, and they can look native to the design. So this is a very important use. So the one final use is basically using the gradients in the graphs, in the key graphics. So the important and specific or key details of your interface that needs to stand out from the rest can be used with gradients. You can put a gradient on a curve graphic, tooltips, charts, anything that you can think of, and they can look pretty nice. As you can see, if I just remove the gradient from this, let me duplicate, and if I just remove the gradients, let's go with the first one. So instead of gradient, I just give it a solid stroke. You can just see how it looks boring. So what you can do with the gradients is just use them a little bit and make your design look way more interesting than they are. So you can see the difference here. So these are the 6 tips that I was talking about earlier. Just go ahead and use them and make your design a lot better. One important thing is you can visit my website arshakir.com, and you can find a lot of free resources over there. Or you can just follow me on Dribbble. I share a lot of resources on Dribbble, and the link is here. You can also follow me on Instagram, and I share a lot of contents every day on Instagram that can help you keep inspired. So that's it for now. I will meet you in the next video. Thank you. Bye.